Hello! God, that voice crack. Hello, Internet again. My name is Josh Gilder, and I am your coach of the Philly Soldier. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the BBL, the Bandless Battlers League. This is going to be season number 3, week number 9. We are currently 4-4, and we're taking on the 7-1 clutchsometimes and his Kansas City Kingdras. Now, this is going up a couple days late, and that's because I forgot to record the game on the day that I was supposed to go up, because I worked morning shift and I got home and I crashed because I had no sleep. And then the next day I just forgot. Whoops, leave me alone. So we're here and we're doing it today, and yeah, deal with it. So we're 4-4. We're not in the best playoff position. We actually have to do we actually have to win out here. So I have to beat Clutch and Bird next week. And if I don't and I lose to one of them, I have to hope that certain week 10 matches go a certain way so that I can make playoffs. So we're going hardball. Even though I may face Clutch in playoffs, I do have to go hardball versus him. So yeah, if you want to know my team, what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, what moves they have, what EVs they have, what I'm predicting, and what overall my game plan is going into this match, go check out the team builder that I put up like 3 days ago, as I go fairly in-depth on the team. Not super in-depth as I normally do, but regardless. But as a quick recap, I'm bringing, I don't know, wow, I don't remember this team. I think it's Assault Vest, me and Chow, with the generator. I think it's a Specs Gren. It's a Ghostium Z Dragalge with Toxic Spikes. It's a Roleplay Dazzling Gleam Toxic Protect Uxie. Scizor is SD Akka. And then Xerneas is like, what is Xerneas? Is Xerneas Scarf? I don't think Xerneas is Scarf. I think Xerneas is Calm Mind. Calm Mind Defog. That makes sense. But anyway, let's get into this game. I'm going to lead off with my Mean Chow, as there's nothing really on his team that's going to immediately scare me out. Wait, why did I get a ping? Who pinged me? Oh. Okay. There's nothing that really immediately scares me out, as I take any hit from the Zeraora, any hit from the Komodo, except for Z-moves. I take hits from Garbodor. I can take a hit from obviously I can take a hit from the Arceus. Xatu, I don't expect to be able to outspeed me, but even so, I believe I take one hit except for a Psyshock. And then Aegislash, obviously I'm going to be able to outspeed anyway, so let's get into it. Shout out to Kelly, aka UnderTheRadar, for recording this game for me. And let's get into it. So we're going to be facing off against him. I'm going to lead off with my Mean Chow, as I said, so that I can potentially get momentum. Izuna is here, and he is going to lead off with his Aegislash, which is perfectly fine. I know King Shield can come here very easily from him. But I'm okay with that because my move is always to go for U-turn for momentum purposes, as well as scouting to see whether or not he has King Shield. I don't expect a world in which he doesn't, but it's nice to know that he, of course does. We're going to U-turn out here. We are going to do absolutely no damage. We're going to go hard out into my Dragalge, as it is kind of my dedicated switch into this thing. As we are going to see him go for Toxic. Perfectly nice here. And I don't want to immediately pop my Ghostium. I want to go for our regular Shadow Ball first. And I don't want to go for Toxic Spikes, because this is exactly what I expected to come out here, was him preventing Toxic Spikes. So I go for the Shadow Ball here just for damage. And I am able to do a load of damage because I get a crit, which is very unfortunate. However, I'm going to roll with it. He goes down to the Garbodor here, as I go for a Dragon Pulse, expecting him to attack me or to double out. But specifically, I expected Arceus, but regardless. I do a lot of damage there, and he goes for Black Sludge. Now, he told me beforehand that there was going to be one specific set that was going to be really, really heat that he was looking forward to, and I thought about Cursed Garbodor. Wow, shout out to the internet for not working. I thought about Cursed Garbodor, but I didn't think it was heat enough because of how much he was hyping it up. But regardless, he is Cursed Garbodor. I'm going to be able to go for a second Dragon Pulse to whittle him down even lower. And then after this, I'm going to be able to outspeed him. And I know for a fact, based on the calcs, that Draco Meteor will knock him out from this range. So, very good set on his part. It actually could have completely destroyed me. However, I was double Dragon Stab, and that that proved to be very, very effective. So here he's going to bring out his Aurora and go for Plasma Fist. I know I take any single hit from this thing, and I believe I just go for a... Do I go for Draco? Yeah, I go for Draco, because damage is important on this thing, and no matter what he went for, unless it was Z Outrage, I would have been able to live it. And I would much rather get rid of this Aurora than, or at least weaken this Aurora, than just go hard out into my Uxie. But here, now that I know that he's Life Orb, I know he's going to be whittling himself down. I'm not too afraid of what he can go, what he's going to do. Why am I buffering? Why? What is happening right now? I have not had internet problems in a long time. But regardless, Life Orb's going to start whittling him down, which is why I'm okay with just letting this kind of stuff happen. I still am going to go for the roleplay because I don't want to get toxic by the Xatu, which I was afraid would come in. So, that's the thing. But Zeraora is getting weakened. It's I'm perfectly okay with that because it's going to soon be in range of my Scizor, which is, of course, my game plan, is to win with Scizor. If I can get rid of the Aegislash, I actually just SD up and I basically just win the game, which is very, very nice. I go for the Dazzling Gleam here in case I'm faster and can knock him out from that range, but unfortunately I don't, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of there on this turn because I expect another Roost to come off, and I'm able to get in my Greninja. I'm way too on top of things. I know that this thing has not shown an item. I know it's going to be Colbur Berry. I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm going to go for Ice Beam because I expect him to switch anyway, and I get the Arceus in, which is, you know, okay, because I get some decent damage off on that. I should have gone for Hydro, but regardless. Hydro might have actually 2 KO'd with that damage, good lord. But I'm going to go out here to my Mienshao as my dedicated Arceus switching, as he is going to bring out his Komodo. Now I take any hit from this thing, like I said earlier. Really? Why? What is happening? I'm going to go for High Jump Kick. I take any hit from this thing. I prove that I'm faster, which I kind of expected, and he gets up his rocks. Not a surprise there. Based on the team he brought, that was obviously his rocker. He gets some leftovers. But I have already gotten a huge amount of damage off on this thing, which is good for, once again, my Scizor. So now, I believe I go for, did I go for a U-turn here? Yes, I went for a U-turn here, predicting the Aegislash to come in. And now I can bring out my Greninja, once again. And Greninja is just a very, very, very nice pressuring tool here. I really wanted to go for Hydro here, because I felt like Hydro was always a play, just based on the team that he had left. But regardless, I still think Dark Pulse, which is what I believe I go for here, is still a nice play. Yep, I go for Dark Pulse on this turn. Do I? No, I go for Hydro. Oh my god, I did go for Hydro. Nice! Yeah, because Arceus could have come in again, and boy, that took a lot of damage, and there is no way you were a Scarf, because you are an Arceus Dark, and you just took a big Hydro, which is very, very nice. This Hydro is going to do a lot of damage to this Komodo as well. Now, based on the damage that we see here, I am very confident to say that Hydro probably knocks him out from that range, but I'm not going to risk it, because we already know that it's going to land on the wrong side of that Komodo if I go for Hydro right now. I can't risk my Greninja. My Greninja is way too good in this game. But I can go ahead and just yeet my Uxie. He's going to go for Drain Punch for some recovery. Good play, obviously. I'm sorry. I don't know why this is doing this. I'm going to pause it for a second. Yeah, I can't take off my Greninja. Because if I do, then that is my best pressuring tool against him, just gone, just like that. So I'm going to try and preserve it as much as possible. I really don't know why it's buffering like that. I've not had any buffering issues in a long time. Maybe because it's really nice HQ Citra. It's running in 1080p, that's why. Sorry guys, you don't get 1080p, you get 720. I can't let that happen. So anyway, here I double out to my Greninja. God, that was a fire play. And I'm going to go for Dark Pulse this time. He's shown that he's going to switch out versus my Greninja, so I don't want to play any games. I go for Dark Pulse. That is looks like it's a roll in my favor, so I'm going to go for it. It almost certainly looks like it's going to kill. I'm going to go for it. He actually told me afterwards that that was actually that was a roll in his favor that I got, but oops, sorry, Clutch. That was a very unfortunate roll, but regardless, we are going to get our Ash form off. My Greninja is now a obscene threat versus his team. And out comes his Aurora, which is obviously going to be faster than me. I'm going to switch out once again, because my Greninja and my Scizor are both just big wing cons. I'm going to sack off my Uxie. I don't care about this thing. I don't know if he knocks me out with one Plasma Fist. If he does, good for him. If not, doesn't matter. He does. He knocked me out in one. However, we're going to see that his HP is going to go down to about that low, and I'm going to go out into my Machado. I'm keeping an eye on his HP because I want to be in range of Bullet Punch. My Xerneas is now not really needed in this game based on where everything is at, So I'm going to use this as my way to weaken the Aegislash. I go for Moonblast, and my goal is just to sack off my Xerneas here while Calm Minding and doing as much damage as I physically can to this Aegislash, which I'm actually going to speed. No, I'm not going to speed that part up because I've been having buffering issues. But I go for Calm Mind here. I'm a Berry. I know I live in Ironhead or a Gyro Ball. I know I easily take a Gyro Ball because I'm pretty sure I'm like very, very slow. If I remember correctly, I'm like a very slow Xerneas and a very defensive Xerneas. So you can go for Gyro Ball, Berries, and Pop, and I believe this does like 20%. Yeah, that did absolutely no damage. That did no damage whatsoever. But I know I live another one now, so my goal now is just to play around King Shield, try and get an extra Calm Mind when I can, and just HP ground as much as possible to get this thing weakened and hopefully in range of my Scizor, so I can SD up and just click Bullet Punch to win. Because that's really where we're at. If this Mon gets toasted, he has to stop me from Calm Minding at all costs, because otherwise I'll just win the game. So we're gonna have a little bit of a war here. I believe here's when I go for HP ground. I really want to get him on a sword turn, obviously, so I can just knock him out in one. But at +2, I'm doing enough damage, in my opinion, to where I'll feel comfortable. So I don't mind like him getting back in his shield form so he can take less damage. Because obviously at this point he doesn't have Shadow Sneak, because otherwise he would go for it right here. So that's kind of why you're going to see me go for HP ground, in case he goes for Shadow Sneak and I live. Even though I know King Shield very obvious too. But I'll get another King Shield here on the next turn. Whew. I'll get another HP ground here on the next turn, so I'll be able to get a large chunk of damage off on this Aegislash in the long run. Yeah, bringing him way below half. And as long as he's in shield form, I believe that means he is in range of +2 Bullet Punch. Or sword form. He's in range of +2 Bullet Punch, I think. I know that's an Aegislash in field type, but that's also a sword form, so. Here I'm going to bring out my Greninja, because obviously I get the free switch, and it is my Greninja. My Greninja does not play games. Oh, did I go out to Amy instead? Why did I go to Amy? That was the freest Greninja ever. I had a reason. I definitely had a reason. I don't remember what the reason was, because Dark Pulse was so free there. But I went to Amy, and to pop my Ghostium. I guess went to... Okay, I know why. I went to this because I could get more damage off on this thing. I was thinking that if he stays in versus my Dragalge, Shadow Ball, or Ghostium into Shadow Ball would knock him out. And again, going for Game with Scizor. Trying to set up for that Scizor win. Because with Aqua Berry, I can SD up on the Xatu and potentially get some damage off on that. And then Bullet Punch to win. So, we're just here trying to get some damage off. I was really afraid of him switching out into Arceus here. God, I really was afraid. I didn't think I'd actually go for Dragon Pulse. But anyway, I go for Dragon Pulse there to weaken this Aegislash even further. And he is going to go here for the Shadow Ball, which is not going to do much damage because I am a bulky Dragalge. But here, I believe I'm just going to continue to click Dragon Pulse. I don't see a reason not to click Dragon Pulse on this turn, because he either stays and it dies, or he goes out to the Xatu and then gets Shadow Ball on the next turn. Oh no, I went for Toxic Spike. Dude, that's a fire play. I remember that play. Bro. God, me reacting to my own plays. Yeah, I went for Toxic Spike because I thought I didn't think he'd go to Xatu here. I think he'd either King Shield or go out to Arceus. So I went for Toxic Spike so I'd never lose to a Calm Mind Arceus. Bro, that's fire. Here I go for Shadow Ball on the switch, which is nice. I switch out to... Yes, I know this play. I switch out to Scizor because if he Calm Minds, he can win the game. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, because Calm Mind Oxy could win the game based on the damage that I did there. If he Calm Minded, he lives this next Shadow Ball, he roots, he gets Calm Minds, and then he wins the game. Here, I know I live a Heat Wave because I am Aqua Berry and I'm bulky. He's going to go for Heat Wave. I'm going to live it with my Aqua Berry just freaking barely. And I'm going to go for the Bug Bite to put this thing in range of my Bullet Punch, but I just knock him out anyway, so beautiful. And I ate its Cobra Berry. Nice. So he goes out into Fearless here, gets the Poison. I know BP into Poison will take it out, so I'm just going to go for that. Scizor's no longer my Wincon. My Wincon is now the Greninja, but I knock him out. Because, like I said, if I get rid of Zeraora, then nothing else beats Gren. So he goes out to Sauron here. This is a roll in my favor to knock out this Arceus, but it wouldn't have mattered because at this point the game's already over. If I got that roll, I would have won the game because I would have knocked out the whatever. But he goes for Judgment to knock me out. Perfectly okay, because now I'm going to be able to go out into my Greninja, and I'm going to be able... Gougy gets that kill, but I'm going to be able to go out into my Greninja to finish this game off. Out comes the Aegislash. There is no way in God's green earth that this is ever going to be able to beat all the Pokemon that I still have remaining, because I have this, and then I also have my MattOshea with knockoff. So this game is officially ended with a 3-0 victory for ya boy. Very, very happy with how this game went. GG to Clutch. That puts us at 5-4. That puts him at like 7-2. He's already locked for playoffs, so it doesn't matter to him. But that is going to be the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Sorry it was late once again, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.